My low back pain fixed my dog. Might be wondering how on earth that happened. Well, let me take you back to the story of getting my dog dressed for the winter to go for a walk. We went through some craziness, right? Used to have to chase him around. He would bark, he would whine, he would cry. It was kind of challenging to get his snowsuit on and his boots and all that kind of stuff, okay? And one day, actually shoveling snow, I hurt my low back. So much so that I had sciatic pain running down the back of my leg. It was pretty intense. It was on fire. And if any of you have ever had low back pain or sciatic pain, what happens? Well, it's excruciating. But in order to move through your daily life, you slow down intensely, right? You make all your movements really small and slow, and so that you don't anger the sciatic beast, I call it, right? You're very methodical, slow, you do everything very gently. And as a dog mom, when you got low back pain and sciatic pain, you still got to go for a walk, especially in the wintertime. And what happened virtually automatically was instinctively, I had to slow down, try and get that coat on, try and get those boots on, right? All of my movements were super slow. I had to crouch down. I had to move very slowly. And Stanley, he just looked right at me right now because I said his name. Stanley started to slow down. And I started to have a conversation with him while I was doing it. I started to say, hey, look, we got to work together here because I need your help, right? I need your help so that my back doesn't go crazy or my leg doesn't go crazy while we do this. So I'm going to take this super slow and let's work together. So what's actually happening in that moment is I was kind of in, before that with the pain, I was in kind of fight or flight, right? Which is sort of the amygdala part of the brain, that reptilian fight or flight part of the brain. And when I started talking and I started slowing down, I kind of got more blood flow to what we call the prefrontal cortex, the front part of your brain, the reasoning part, the rational part. So I started thinking. That's when the decision came to speak out loud, to move slowly, go slow. And I became less reactive in that moment, less worried, and more, for lack of a better word, strategic. And Stanley read that emotion from me, could feel my field, asking for help, could feel my need to stay slow, to respond. And he responded in kind because he is listening to and feeling my nervous system at the same time. So we both slowed down. We both took our time. We both cooperated. I thanked him when he was slow and handed me a paw, and we stayed in connection the entire time because my low back and my sciatic nerve needed that to happen. And so as a result, not only did we have an easy time putting all this gear on, he stopped spinning, he stopped barking, he stopped pacing, he stopped whining. He just stood there and worked together cooperatively, okay? So not only did we have that, but then we also had an amazing walk. He was so much less reactive. We were both chilled out. It was incredible. And so my brain then linked going slow, relaxing, being grounded, being cooperative, working together, awesome outcomes. And even though my back got better and the sciatic pain went away, thankfully, we're doing great. We've kept that process, regardless of whether it's wintertime or I'm just putting the leash on in the summertime and walking out. We just do everything slow. We talk to each other. Well, I talk to him. He talks back with his behavior. And we're a team now, all because of my low back pain and that sciatic nerve teaching me that lesson, that it's better to slow down, take your time with your dog and with your nervous system and with your low back, not rush through. Don't get frustrated. So these are all kinds of things that I talk about with our animals, reading our fields, being very aware of our nervous systems and our nervous systems co-regulating each other. I talk about this all the time. And I help people figure this kind of stuff out so that they don't have to have low back pain and sciatic pain in order to make change for their highly sensitive, perhaps anxious dogs. So, I don't know, reach out, check out this workshop. I created this workshop, the 5-minute nervous system reset. I created it for times like this, for people like you who could be struggling with this kind of thing, not just with your dog, but with your cats, with your horses, with your bunny rabbits. I'll give you 5-minute techniques to calm your nervous system down. And then I also give you super cool hands-on energy clearing and grounding techniques for your animals that you can do to reset them as well. So check it out. There's a link around here somewhere. Click on it. Check it out. Be happy to have you in there.